Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to continue to be your daily advocate. If you're new here or you're not subscribed for any reason, please do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button. Thank you to all of you who have been watching and following me for so long. It truly means a lot, and I'm glad that I can be this person.
XRP flips Bitcoin at the end of this story. Let's hope it's a short story from here. I've always believed that at some point, the king, XRP, will ascend the throne. Apparently, Dark Defender agrees with me. XRP flipped ADA, XRP flipped Didja, etc., but will also flip Bitcoin. This is the Game of Thrones, and the most unexpected will be crowned at the end. I agree. It was always going to be XRP. Now, the official cool guy of the Digital Asset Investor channel, Mr. Intuitive, has weighed in.
Gary, are you there? Who cares? Gary, you might have thought you shook us, but we just took a hiatus. You got the Fed, you got the Treasury, you got the White House coming for your territory. It's pretty disrespectful. But we're here, Gary. You're going to hear us. To my army, stand strong. Stay true to yourself. Remember that patience that you've had. And never, ever forget the narrative. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. All right, Crypto Bull, I'm expecting XRP to go above 90, then consolidate. If it keeps going, it will run towards new all-time high. So he's expecting this to consolidate and then possibly head towards all-time high. I hope he's right. Now, this is interesting because I didn't see this spin on why the XRP. We were all asking why that XRP price jumped yesterday. Well, look at this CoinDesk. 2 memos from 2021 containing legal analysis that XRP was not an investment contract are set to be unsealed, causing a surge in XRP prices. They're saying this is what caused it. It says Ripple founder Chairman Chris Larson, who had attached 2 memos as sealed exhibits to his motion to dismiss the SEC case, previously argued that documents sent to prospective investors in 2012 didn't refer to XRP's investment contracts or securities. The memos are said to contain information from unidentified lawyers who concluded XRP tokens weren't securities. Last week, Torres asked for the documents to be unsealed later this month. Then listen to this. Ripple General Counsel Stuart Alderoty explained the document's significance in a press statement. They will show that in 2012, Ripple received a legal analysis that XRP was not an investment contract, Alderoty said, adding that the company will look forward to the public having access to these documents as we continue to vigorously defend this case. So these documents are about to be released. I had not heard that. I truly don't believe that that's the reason that this thing, because I don't think, even I didn't know it, okay? So I just don't think that's it. I think that there's an anticipation on this executive order. I mean, I could be wrong. But anyway, wanted to play this for you. I told you last week about Masterworks and that I had just bought one of their, for the first time in my life, I had just bought a Banksy painting. I've never bought a painting in my life because I never had access. Only wealth people were buying paintings. But now, through Masterworks.io, I can buy them. And I did. I invested $500 in my first painting ever. I think $500 is the minimum investment, but it's $20 a share. Listen to this. This is awesome.
If you look at art as an asset class, art is one of the oldest asset classes there are. Sotheby's is the oldest company on the New York Stock Exchange and nearly 275 years old. So people have been trading art for centuries. The common denominator of that is that the people that have been buying and selling this art typically have been the ultra wealthy. The opportunity that we see at Masterworks is to take this very large asset class, which is roughly $1.7 trillion, and make it accessible to everyone. We removed the barriers that people would face if they tried to invest in art on their own. So the first thing is the cost of artwork is obviously very high for your average investor. We've created a platform that transforms physical art into share-based ownership, both for retail, accredited, and larger institutional investors. Well, the way it works is we go out, we purchase a painting that we think is an investment grade painting, and then we file that painting with the SEC, very similar to how a company goes public. So as soon as a painting is filed with the SEC, we begin selling shares, and people can own fractional interests in individual paintings. By turning the artwork into fractional interests in shares, we're going to be able to provide a device where they can get liquidity in the shares where the underlying artwork doesn't necessarily have to be sold. So if I'm an investor that wants to seek interim liquidity for our shares through the Masterworks bulletin board, investors could post their shares and seek a buyer for those shares on a direct basis.
For anyone who's already invested in the stock market or real estate, adding an uncorrelated asset class is incredibly interesting, and we're here to provide that.
We use our expertise to select the art and to manage the art. And that's something, again, your average investor lacks that expertise, so we provide it. So this is the first opportunity for anyone to invest in multi-million-dollar artworks.
This is so cool. It's exciting. And I'm going to show you, this is the painting. I mean, that I literally own my small share of that painting right there. It's Banksy. I'm drawing a blank on what the name of it is as well. But I do own a $500 total share at $20 a share of that painting right there, which is very cool. I intend to go and buy several more so that over time I will experience different liquidity events when they sell these things. Okay, Ron Hammond, who's like a lobbyist for Blockchain Association, today is crypto hearing number 2. So he has a whole thread on how this is crypto hearing number 2. And then this came out of it. U.S. Treasury stable coins can promote financial inclusion. Okay. Now, there's 2 video clips. This one was provided from Digital Perspectives. Listen to this one.
Thank you, Chairwoman Waters, for that question. I would answer that in 2 parts. I think the first question is, should technology companies be allowed to issue stable coins? And I think the report recommends that stablecoins be issued by insured depository institutions. And in that sense, then stablecoins would not recommend that stablecoins be issued by technology companies. This is the issue of the separation of banking and commerce has been an issue that Congress has grappled with for many years. In this case, we believe stablecoins as a payment instrument should not be issued by a technology firm.
Okay, first there was that clip. Now listen to this, because they basically tell Gary Gensler in here, it's not very clear at all. Let me hit the refresh button. This one's from JV.
Quote, while that may not be the most clear statement of intent, it does suggest that the chair believes that Congress needs to act in order or for most or all stablecoins to fall under the SEC's regulatory authority. Yet during his testimony to the Senate, Chair Gensler stated in a somewhat contradictory way that, quote, some of these tokens have been deemed to be commodities and many of them are securities, close quote. So I'm curious, will you be able to explain why the report did not include any analysis of policy issues under the securities laws as they pertain to stable coins? And was it discussed? And again, given that the SEC is a member of the working group, certainly if it wasn't discussed, why not?
Yes, of course. So the President's Working Group was convened to view stablecoins as a possible way to improve the payment system. And the mandate was to identify whether this new possible payment instrument, based on a new technology, would have the appropriate regulatory framework. And the goal was to identify gaps in regulation. As I mentioned in my testimony, this proposal builds on existing laws and regulations that apply, including SEC regulations that apply to stablecoins as a investment asset or a security. So
did I miss something? I mean, it doesn't look like there was any analysis that was actually done on that.
No, we did not include what the existing securities were. But what is unique?
Hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on.
As
I'm sorry, Madam Secretary, but it's unclear already. So why would you not do that analysis? If we don't have a clear picture, why would you not have done that analysis?
yeah, so I think I would need to defer to the SEC for its enforcement strategy, for its strategies about how to address stablecoin. But
So nobody knows. Gary Gensler's telling everybody it's very clear, but he won't make it clear to anybody in the government, won't make it clear to us, won't make it clear to anybody, because he wants it not to be clear. That's why. Okay, this is a great tweet. Digital Assets Daily. As XRP is designed for banks, the most bullish move ever is no exchange relisting XRP. And I agree, because they've told us many times that it's not for us. But if we're allowed to keep it, think about how valuable it becomes when the other people in retail can no longer get it. Ripple's SBI, Tranglo, etc. flow chart. This is an interesting chart if you've never seen it. It's got Ripple and all or many of the different connections that Ripple has, and basically all the pipes that have been laid. All right, I had to tweet this to the people at Squawk Box. I said, hey, because it's got trending searches. #1 XRP. Hey Squawk, I missed the XRP Ripple feature on your show. Doesn't really go with your Bitcoin Ethereum narrative, huh? We see you. We know that you're ignoring the elephant in the room. And then also there's this, because I remembered this. You know, we have an executive order on crypto coming up that has everything to do with national security. That's what they said, coming from the White House. Okay, so they've got to address this because national security depends on it. And they said, and we've heard from Charles Gasparino, that it could specifically address XRP. Okay, so I tweeted this out today. As we await the crypto executive order that they say is a matter of national security and possibly addresses XRP, remember that Jay Clayton was warned the month before he dropped the lawsuit on Ripple. This needs to be investigated. This was when U.S. Director of National Intelligence John Ratcliffe wrote a letter to the U.S. SEC Chairman Clayton earlier this month about concerns pertaining to the Chinese influence over cryptocurrencies. According to a report from the Washington Examiner, he even offered to have the senior economic intelligence officials brief Clayton on the matter. For now, the SEC has not commented about the deployment following the official's request. The continued lack of the regulatory clarity not only hurts U.S. developed digital assets, it puts American national and economic security gravely at risk. On November 12th, President Trump signed an executive order that prohibited transactions between it. Anyway, so they were begging Jay Clayton. Then there's this. John Deaton put this out today, fighting the SEC to get documents being held from the public. This appeal is for correspondence between Clayton and Tom Cotton, Mike Crapo, and NSA Ratcliffe related to the SEC's lack of clarity, suppression, and innovation, and favoring certain assets over others. Why not produce? So John, I guess, has done a Freedom of Information Act request on this. You can see something shady's going on here, folks. Now, check this out. This was tweeted today. This is a Stefan Thomas tweet from 2018. This happened because payments technology wasn't ready. But now with technologies we've helped build Ripple, XRP, and their ledger, we can process trillions of transactions per second without any central authority. And he replied about this today. Yes, this is still true. Interledger can sit on top of as many underlying ledgers as you like, therefore no global limit to the numbers of transactions processed. Transactions are also aggregated, so Interledger can process many times more transactions than the underlying. Then we have this. This guy's becoming one of my favorite tweeters. Hassan Al-Anazi. Ripple most probably is implementing a previous proposal not to provide USA crypto exchanges with XRP till March.
So enjoy your day, everybody. I'm always here for you. Leave any comments or questions below, and be sure to subscribe. But thanks, everybody. I really appreciate you. Enjoy your day, and I always have your back. So thanks so much, everybody.